Hi YouTube, Brian James on my path to Paphos. For those who don't know, I'm a dual national, Irish cum Brit, who moved to the beautiful island of Cyprus in the blue Mediterranean Sea in April 2025. Now, if you hold more than one passport, you're what's called a dual national. And for many people moving to Cyprus, this can make life an awful lot easier. A very common case, especially after Brexit, is someone holding both a UK passport and an EU passport. Often, like in my case, an Irish passport. But what does this mean when it comes to residency here in Cyprus? Do you need it? Can you skip the paperwork? Well, let's break it down. Cyprus has two very different sets of rules, depending on whether you're from the EU or not. If you're an EU citizen, you can come and go freely, live, work, everything. All without visas, all without big permits. If you're an non-EU, like UK citizens after Brexit, then you're limited to 90 days unless you apply for a residency or a visa. So where does that leave dual nationals? Well, you get to choose which passport you use. If you have an EU passport, like Irish, you can live in Cyprus under EU rules and you're not tied to the restrictions that apply to EU-only citizens. That's the big advantage. Now here's the important point. Even as an EU citizen, if you're staying longer than 90 days in Cyprus, you are expected to register. That's where the MEU1 form comes in, often called a yellow slip. It's not a visa, it's not a work permit, it's simply a registration of residence. In reality, some people don't bother with it, but if you don't, you'll soon find problems when it comes to healthcare, banking, buying property, even exchanging a driving license. Having that slip proves your legal residence and can unlock access to the services you need. If you've got both UK and EU passports, the smart move is to use your EU one for entering Cyprus and for residency. You can still keep your UK passport, you don't give it up. That can be used for travel when you need it, but for living here, the EU passport will make everything much smoother. So, do you need residency as a dual national? Well, if you're using your EU passport, technically yes. After 90 days, you should register. But the process is straightforward and protects your rights long term. If you stick with a UK-only passport, then you'll be treated like any other non-EU citizen, and you'll need to go through all the more complicated residency and permit and visa systems. To sum it up, if you've got an EU passport, use it. Don't assume you can skip residency altogether. Get your MEU1 form, and you'll avoid headaches and heartaches later. It's a simple step that makes a huge difference. And if you'd like to understand the MEU1 process in more detail, watch my video, Cyprus. Visit a permanent resident in just 11 weeks, how I got my yellow slip, where I take you step by step through what's required and how to get it done. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. My name is Brian James on my path to Paphos, and I hope you enjoy your path to Paphos or path to anywhere in Cyprus. And I'll see you in the next video. And if you'd like to buy me a coffee, then you'll find that there's been a QR code in the top corner up all this time, and you can scan on that to buy me a coffee and help support the channel. See you in the next one.